South Korea makes up the bottom half of the Korean peninsula in East Asia, located between the Yellow Sea, the Gyeonggi Bay, the Jeju Strait, and the Korea Strait off Japan's Tsushima Island. And this thing, which, be careful what you call it, the Chinese and Koreans call it the East Sea, whereas the Japanese and others might call it the Sea of Japan. The country is divided into 8 provinces, 6 metropolitan cities that act as their own entities, a special self-governing province, Jeju-do Island, and the capital Seoul, that has the title of Special City, acting as its own entity as well. Then you have this weird thing, Sejong, a special autonomous city. Back in 2007, the government was like, crap, we have too many people here in Seoul.
Yeah, half the country lives here. We need to move some people out.
That's actually a good idea, but how do we make them move?
Why don't we move the government buildings and make a second capital? We could also incentivize people to move in, kind of work with Brazil.
Great! But you first. So now, technically, South Korea has 2 capitals. Back in my day, there were only 8 provinces, with Jeju-do and Seoul was the capital. 한국 왜 이렇게 복잡하게 하는 거지? South Korea owns and administers over 3,500 islands off its coast, the largest one being Jeju-do, which is kind of like the Hawaii of Korea. You know what's really strange? If South Korea was an island, it would look eerily similar to the shape of Ireland. Anyway, as we mentioned in the North Korea episode, South Korea has a border with their brothers up north at the DMZ, or Demilitarized Zone, controlled by over 2 million people at any given moment. In addition, there are 4 known tunnels that have been built underneath the border, including what South Korea calls the Third Tunnel of Aggression. Basically, in 1978, it went down like this. Oh, what the? Why is there a tunnel under my... Oh, no. Hey, UN, North Korea built this as an act of aggression.
No, it's a coal mine.
There's no coal here, it's all granite and igneous rock. And what about those other 3 tunnels we discovered?
Clearly, we were looking for coal in other places because it wasn't here.
Today, it's a tourist spot heavily guarded by South Korean troops. There are suspected to be possibly around 20 more tunnels, but info on that is classified. Otherwise, South Korea has 11 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, the Baekje Mounds, these Dolmen Sites, Changdeokgung Palace, Gyeongju Historic Village, Haeinsa Temple, Andong-Hwahae Maul, Hwasong Fortress, the Jongmyo Shrine, Naman Sansong Fortress City, the Royal Tombs of the Joseon Dynasty, and